Everybody, David, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to the Midday Market Report. Whether you're tuning in now or after the live has ended, please make sure to hit that like button so more people can reach this beautiful community and reach all of you and me as well. I think we do a fantastic job going through the day and keeping up on the market's events. Today, I'm not going to keep you long, 10 to 15 minutes on this Midday Market Report. Get it out by about 2:05, and we'll go through and see exactly what's transpiring here in the market. If you want to see more crypto related stuff, make sure to come back at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I have a dedicated live for about an hour leading into the daily close from 6:30 at the close at 7. And then we usually talk for about a half an hour after so we can get on the daily, the right track for the next upcoming day. But let me timestamp this very quickly. Please make sure to hit that like button so that we can have more people reach all of us. ATK, welcome in. Joseph, XRP Stu, John Smith, welcome in. Jorge, good afternoon. I don't know, it's speculative, John Smith. It's speculative. That's up to everybody's own interpretation of what it's going to take to be a millionaire. I'm not here to speculate about that. I'm here to make sure we are properly inserted so that we can take advantage when those times actually do approach. Dow Jones is up 309 points, but good early afternoon, 1:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, November 10th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. ATK, welcome. Seen a couple others that I missed, but I will get to all of you as soon as somebody else comments. Jorge, hello. Let's see. Mitchell, good evening. Welcome in. JW, welcome in. I hope you're doing great, my friend. Hope you're having a blessed day so far. Call of Aldebaran. What is good, future millionaires? That's the right way to approach it. Hope you're doing well. Rob, good evening or good afternoon. What kind of millionaire do you want to be in 10 years? It's going to cost $2 million for a turn. That's my whole thing. Is it going to be a Venezuela type deal here where millions of dollars is actually, to buy a loaf of bread now and we have to shuffle in wheelbarrows? That could be what we're approaching. So it's so hard to just say the definition. You may need to be a quadrillionaire to be today's millionaire. So the Dow Jones, Miss Vicky, welcome in as well in the Midday Market Report. Thank you so much for tuning in, love. Hopefully the workday is going well for you. On the Dow Jones, we could have possibly put in the weekly what could be looked at as a W reversal. And in the weekly time frame, the candle closes today in about, an hour, 2 hours and 38 minutes. And right now, you'd be looking for a daily close over 34,163. So right now, this would be a very bullish reversal for the Dow Jones. And we talked about this before it started. The big wigs in Q3 through the end of the year, they make their bonuses off of earnings and the way the stock price reacts. So we knew that we might have some kind of pull up here at the end of the year. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So with the Dow, a close over what we just talked about, it could pull us up even higher to start next week and then almost back. It should bring us back up to the top of that broadening wedge if this plays true. And that's all the way up at about, what is this right now? 36,000. So you could be looking at a nice move. The Dow's at 105.84, down 0.05%. We're retesting this bullish thesis right now for the US dollar. Can we hold this, or are we going to start breaking back down in the weekly? The weekly right now, we're trying to hold the 20-day. The daily, what it's done, though, it's a different story. If we end the daily right here, we're being rejected right now in the 20-day. A close under 106 is still bearish for the dollar to start the week next week. So this looked like it was a retest week to try to signify a further push down. So we're going to have to see how it reacts to start the week, though. That cross is very much in play still. We haven't broken anything further down, but these are a lot of long leg dojis in the 4 hour, in the 4 hourly. And in the daily, we haven't broke to a new high and held it. And this looks like a typical rejection point here. We'll see what happens to start the week, but something tells me an unexpected rally is coming in metals, and that would likely be on the heels of the US dollar reversing. The U.S. 10-year government bond is at 4.63%, flat. Didn't lose or gain a basis point, down 0.04%. And we have a W reversal here as we are trying to see if it's going to end up bouncing out here. This looks like a bull flag down the week. We're on top of the 20-day, I guess. We have a death cross in the 4-hourly. But that looks like a bull flaggy to start next week. So could they be dumping the dollar and buying up government bonds? I don't know. But this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good when you look at the economy as a whole. This still looks like, to me, this could be a fake out. We never broke the 20-day here. So let's just see. If we don't get past and hold this 4.705%, it's still bearish. So we have to look at that. Crude oil's up 2.36% or $1.77 a barrel price in U.S. dollars. That's WTI, crude oil, $77.30 per barrel. This still looks like standard operating procedure to get us down to the year-end $70 like the government said they were targeting. So I'm not seeing much that would change my opinion. Yeah, we could come back up to $80 to start next week to retest. But other than that, it's not showing very much strength, and this pattern's all but showing itself. That's a huge M-topping reversal. So we got to listen to the government when they say what they want, because they're going to get what they want. Crypto Scrooge, welcome, and make sure you guys are tuning into Crypto Scrooge here on YouTube. He covers solo. He covers most things on the XRP ledger, but he goes outside of it a little bit. So he does a phenomenal job. Gold silver ratio is at 86.958. We're under pressure in metals, as we've talked about the last couple days. And we're still trying to figure this out. This is all based on how the U.S. dollar is going to play. The gold silver ratio is flat, and it's going to continue to be. It's just in a range right now. Expected around 85, 86 for a while, unless we start to get a move one way or the other on the U.S. dollar. The gold price is down $21 an ounce. And we talked about how it's trying to make a left shoulder here if it's going to hold. And right now, $1,930 is that ideal hold spot for this inverted head and shoulders to play out. Had a nice V-shape recovery, and this is retesting the breakout of that V-shape. And it's on the top side. I mean, if this breaks out, I'm anticipating that this could run us up to like 2,100. But it has to play out truthfully. This has to play true. But it looks like that's the starting formation of a left shoulder if this doesn't have a nice breakdown to start next week. And this is all based on the U.S. dollar. If the U.S. dollar doesn't break and it goes up, this will just fold. Same thing with silver. It looks like it put in that inverted head and shoulders. It looks like we're retesting breakout points. And it's a V-shaped recovery. And if this does break up, you would be looking at $24.20. So, but we'll know if the U.S. dollar starts breaking down, if this is going to go the other direction. And last but not least, B2 gold. It's exactly the same thing. Is it going to break this inverted head and shoulders? To end the week, it's trying to put in this inverted right arm. Are we going to get a parabolic spike to start next week? Or are we going to get an opportunity down at $2.40? That's the question. That's the question that I ask myself. And we're going to see it's all going to depend how the US dollar starts out next week. And please make sure to hit that like button as we're coming to the close here very quickly on this midday market report. 24 likes, 41 people watching. I'd appreciate if each and every one of you took a moment to hit that like button so more people can reach this beautiful community. True, welcome in. Always glad to see you in here as well. So let me read through this real quick and then I got to go. A little busy. Dow jumps 300 points Friday as Wall Street heads for a winning week. Stocks rallied Friday, recovering the ground loss in the previous session as Treasury yields stabilized. This latest move higher put the major averages on track on the week higher. The Dow Industrial Average advanced 310 points or 0.9%. The S&P 500 climbed 1.3%, while the NASDAQ Composite added 1.8%. Stocks are staging a rebound after higher bond yields cued a sell-off on Thursday and snapped the longest winning streaks for the S&P 500 and NASDAQ Composite in 2 years. On a weekly basis, the S&P 500 is up 0.9%, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ is on pace to advance nearly 2%. All the talking's catching up to me, as you guys can hear, from the last several weeks. The last several years. The 30 stock Dow is up 0.3%. The benchmark 10-year Treasury yield hovered around the flat line after jumping more than 10 basis points Thursday. A Treasury Department bond auction and comments from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell about the possibilities that more intervention could be needed to quell inflation, sparked the move higher in yields a day earlier. Still, the economy remains more resilient than expected. This has helped equities despite uncertainty around when the Fed might be done cutting rates, according to UBS. A continued high level of unfulfilled job openings and solid private sector balance sheets support our view for a softish economic landing, which is just telling you we're ushering in hyperinflation, so be prepared. UBS head of U.S. equities, David Lefkowitz, wrote in a Friday note, still economic growth will likely slow in the months ahead, and further improvements in inflation will probably be more incremental. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in this midday market report. I'm going to end it here. I got stuff to do real quick here this afternoon. And I will see if you want to see an in-depth look at XRP, crypto as a whole, as we jump all around crypto. 30 minutes before the daily close at 7 p.m. and approximately 30 minutes after. Join me at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at this very station. Other than that, please make sure to hit the like button. Consider, if you want to pay it forward, you can always join Tom's Army or send a YouTube super chat. But other than that, treat each other right, because the way we treat each other is a big indictment on humanity. It really is. And stay emotionless. It's a very, very, very important time to stay emotionless. And please hit the like button and share this so more people can reach this beautiful community. Stay blessed.